Hey everyone, Mitch coming in from the Commander's Core studio. Welcome to the show. Okay, so I was about to say spoiler season is here. It is not. Leak season is apparently back, though, after not having a lot of leaks for a very, very long time, except for a few, I guess, in Dustmore at the very end. Regardless, some Marvel leaks and yeah, some pretty big ones with some heavy hitters. Iron Man Titan of Innovation is here. Again, with these leaks, please take everything and anything I say with a grain of salt in these, because they are not confirmed. Wizards will not confirm them, except for that one time that they did when they were like, yeah, there's so many leaks that we're a bit embarrassed and we're going to confirm them. But they really don't do that ever. So, yeah, this is probably real. I should say this is a custom version of the card at the end of the episode. Future Mitch, please remember to actually put that image in there of the actual card. But yes, it is all the text from that card onto this one. Apologies for any misspellings or whatever. Let's jump into the card and then jump into the cards you should be considering for this one. A 4/4 human hero with flying and haste for 5 mana in Is It. Whenever it attacks, create a treasure token that you may sacrifice a non-creature artifact. If you do, search live for an artifact card with mana value equal to 1+ the sacrifice artifact's mana value upon the battlefield tapped, then shuffle. Now, a lot of things going on here. Number one, keep in mind that it does say non-creature artifact, because my first thought was, ha ha ha, affinity artifact creatures, yes. Oh, wait, no, not that. But yes, basically, you need a non-creature artifact, and you can just climb the pod chain. Yeah, this is basically birthing pod, but for artifacts, and what could go wrong with that? Because, yeah, artifacts are probably the most busted card type out of any card type in Magic. There's a lot of different artifacts that combo together, and this is a commander that can very easily get you those combo pieces. It can actually get you extra turns as well. It can actually get you extra combats as well. So you can really take advantage of that attack trigger, and once you get set up, once you get going, it literally just takes getting this in play and like swinging with it, and then you probably win, because again, you've got ways to get extra combats, you've got ways to get extra turns if you are set up properly. And I don't know why they put the treasure token on there. I guess like you can, you know, start off at 0, then go to 1, then go from there, I guess, really. But I don't know if you needed that. That being said, yeah, being able to just go and kind of combo off with this right away, that's kind of what I'm going to be anticipating the player across from me is going to be doing with this, because again, it is basically pod chain out of the command zone, but you know, unlike Prime Seeker Vanifar that does creatures, this does artifacts, and again, this has haste, so you can just do it right away. And also, yeah, this is one of those commanders that you do have to send into danger to actually get what you want. True. That being said, it does have flying, so it's evasive, not like perfect evasion, but usually enough to get through on at least one opponent, or at least to survive against one opponent. So like, they're like, oh, I've got a 1/1 spirit, and you're like, I don't care. Sure, all right, I attack you. All right, I get an extra combat. All right, I attack again. Okay, I win. Yeah, being able to just go get and tutor the exact artifact that you need. Again, mana value equal to 1+ the sacrifice artifact's mana value. You do have to like work in certain cards to ensure that you can get other cards, but that might even just be mana rocks, like at 2 mana, being like, oh, okay, cool, yeah, I got some mana rocks at 2 mana. Oh, yeah, I'll sacrifice that, go get this 3 mana combo piece, great, good for me. Or, you know, I'll sacrifice my treasure this turn to go get a, you know, card that costs 1, maybe Soul Ring or whatnot, and then the next turn sacrifice that to go get that 2 mana combo piece. There's a lot of low to the ground combo pieces for you. A lot of higher end artifacts you, of course, can get out as well. This is a very, very powerful commander, one that, yeah, I'm glad it costs 5. And yeah, it's a heavy hitter as well when it comes to just the power potential and the scared factor that you should have when you're going up against this one, because it is quite scary. It is quite a scary commander that can do some really crazy things. I'm not saying that it is always just combo. Like, there are definitely players out there that won't build this combo. That being said, when you see like a Prime Speaker Vanifar type of commander, it's like, yeah, that's a combo commander. That is pod chain essentially out of the command zone. So yeah, that is a combo commander. Regardless if you're comboing with it or not, let's jump into some cards you should be considering for this commander. Okay, first up, I just want to talk about some cards that you might want to consider, like Spine of Ishsa, that is great on ETB and also great on LTB. It's an artifact that does cost 7, so it can help you get some bigger things. I mean, this might be later in your pod chain, right? You're chaining up to other things. You're chaining up to this. Cool. Do that. And then all of a sudden, this ETB is to target permanent. When it's put in a grave from the battlefield, you bring it back to its owner's hand. So this one you can get back again and again and again and again and again. So when you're set up properly, this can be a great one for you. That being said, again, a warning. This is like, the kind of cards that are going to, appear on EDH Rec, and players can be like, yeah, this is great, and then not realize it doesn't work, and they actually get the deck in person, and the player they're playing against is like, yeah, that didn't work. Frogmere Enforcer, a card like this, affinity for artifacts. Again, Iron Man does specify, probably luckily, that it's non-creature artifact. So it's not like you can do this one, or Sojourner's Companion, or Thought Monitor, or Metalwork Colossus. Like those, you might not want to consider those because, yeah, they're kind of a, not dead card, but they're a card that does not work with the actual function of the commander. Now, you could still include some, again, Thought Monitor, ETB, draw 2 cards. Cool, that's great. You're going to be able to play this for just 1 mana most of the time with a artifact-centric deck. That being said, again, you can't, sacrifice this for value. That being said, there are other ways to gain value, too. We'll talk about those here in a bit. That being said, Hex, Plate, Wall, Breaker, yeah, definitely consider this one. This is a crazy good card to get for this commander. I mean, again, you can just tutor this out as well very easily. There's plenty of artifacts out there that cost 4 that can really help you out. Artifact equipment for 5 mana in red for Mirrodin comes into play, make a 2/2 and attach to it +2/2, but you're going to want to move this onto Iron Man. Whenever a creature attacks, if it's the first combat phase each turn, untap each attacking creature after this phase. This for combat phase. I mean, move it onto Iron Man if you want to, I guess, protect that creature and ensure that you keep getting those extra combats. But you might not even need to do that because, again, your commander can just be like, oh, I attack twice, I win, kind of a card. So, yeah, getting extra combats, though, can be massive for this commander. Speaking of extra things, Ugin's Nexus. Yeah, a crazy good card with this commander. Legendary Artifact for 5. If a player begin extra turn, that player skips that turn instead. So say no to your opponents who are trying to get extra turns and say, the extra turns are all mine. Because if this is put in a graveyard from the battlefield, you exile and take extra turn of this one. Again, your commander allows you to sacrifice this, which is awesome. So again, you sacrifice this, you get an extra turn next turn, and all of a sudden you're like, oh, okay, cool, yeah, I'll go tutor out anything out of my library that costs 6 and go get that. And then on my extra turn, maybe I've got Gonti's Aether Heart because I just tutored this out as well. Ledger Artifact for 6. Whenever it or another artifact enters the battlefield under control, you get 2 energy, pay 8 energy, exile this one, take an extra turn after this one. So yeah, you've got an artifact deck. You're going to get a lot of artifacts here, there, and everywhere into play. When you need that extra turn, utilize this to do so. And all of a sudden, your opponent's heads are going to be spinning, well, until they just lose the next turn because you're going to have ways to win. And again, when it comes to combos, you can very easily set yourself up with this kind of a commander. I mean, Magistrate Scepter. Let's just talk about a very budget-friendly one. Pay 4, tap on a charge counter on this. Tap, remove 3 charge counters from it. Take an extra turn for this one. This one does require a little bit of setup to do so. It's not just like, I get 1 card, I get another card, I win. I mean, you can definitely do so if you've got yourself set up properly. You do need some setup, like with either Proliferation or a good amount of mana in something like Clock of Omens. Tap 2 untapped artifacts you control, untap target artifacts, so you can keep untapping the Scepter, getting more charge counters on it, and utilizing that as well. But of course, if you've got Proliferate effects too, that can really help you out there too. Next up, Trash for Treasure, a card that you should be considering as well. Again, you're going to be sacrificing artifacts. Why not, maybe sacrifice something small like that treasure you're getting to get something else out that is massive. You also have, of course, wheels in these colors. You've got plenty of rummage and goodness gracious, I'm slipping up on loot. There we go, looting cards as well to get a lot of cards in your graveyard. Draw a discard. This cost cast is sacrifice an artifact. Again, it can be anything, including that treasure. Bring back any artifact card from your graveyard back to the battlefield. So again, you can sacrifice that little treasure, bring something big back to then attack with your commander, to sacrifice that to then bring something even bigger back out from your library. Duretti Scrap Savant, a great one as well. I mean, the first 2 are amazing, but the last one is huge. -10, you get an emblem whiff whenever an artifact is put in your graveyard from the battlefield. Return the card to the battlefield at the beginning of the next end step. Yeah, your artifacts just keep coming back again, and again. So if you are able to get to that -10, and of course the +2 and -2 both work really well with this commander as well. This commander, I mean, it is a commander, but this Planeswalker as well, you are able to say, you know what? I sacrificed the artifact. It's coming right back. Again, if it's got an ETB, you get to take advantage of that as well. Next up, pricey cards to consider. Yeah, Isochron Scepter. This is one of the most famous combos out there. This plus Dramatic Reversal. Artifact for 2. When it enters the battlefield, may exile an instant card with mana value for 2 or less from your hand. Pay 2, tap, copy the exile card. If you do, cast the copy of paying its mana cost. Basically, this plus Dramatic Reversal, which untaps all your non-land permanents. This equals, hey, infinite mana, as long as you've got, mana rocks in play that can tap for 3 total or more. So you got plenty of ways to win from there. But yeah, being able to just say like, oh, okay, I attack with my commander. I sacrifice my 1 mana artifact that I have in play, Soul Ring, whatever it is. Cool. Okay, cool. I get Escrow Scepter. Okay, I exile Dramatic Reversal. I win. Yay. Again, this commander can just say like, okay, what situation am I in? What do I have in my hand? What am I good to win with right now? And you just go tutor out the exact thing that you need. So yeah, this is the kind of commander where you probably want to have a good amount of different mana values in the deck so you can set yourself up properly. Next up, Basalt Monolith. Yeah, this thing combos with a lot of things out there. Taps for 3, does it untap during your untap step, pay 3 to untap it. Yeah, I mean, this could just combo, I guess, with that one that like mills you whenever you're something untaps, but you're probably not running, a combo with that. Maybe you are. That being said, Rings of Brighthearth, yet another 3 mana artifact that you can combo with this. Whenever you activate an ability, if it isn't a mana ability, you may pay 2. If you do copy that ability, choose targets for the copy. Basically, how this works with Assault Monolith is you copy that untap ability so you can generate infinite colorless mana. Congratulations. Have fun with that. Metalworker. Artifact creature that can really help you out in an artifact-centric deck if you're willing to spend over $100. Tap, reveal any number of artifact cards to your hand. Add 2 colorless mana to your mana pool for each card revealed this way. So, yeah, you reveal 5. Cool, it's tapping for 10. All you need to do, though, is tap for, what? You need it to tap for, I think, 6? I mean, technically, technically 4 with Staff of Domination, but really like 6 is what you want. So 3 things in your hand. You can generate infinite mana, and then you can just draw your entire library, tap down all the creatures, untap whatever other creatures you want as well, gain infinite life too. Plenty of ways to win from there once you have infinite going. Thanks to that, pay 1, untap it, and pay 3, tap, untap target creature. Helm of the Host, a really good card with this commander as well. And again, one that you can just tutor out and then be like, oh, okay, cool, next turn's going to be really fun for me. Getting a combat your turn, create a token's copy of equipped creature, except the token isn't legendary, gains haste. Having multiple Iron Mans obviously make things really absurd, tutoring out multiple things in a turn. So yeah, Helm of the Host can be very good with this one. Roaming Throne, yeah, again, this card is just so good with like any commander out there. Basically, choose whatever creature type your commander is. Human, sure, I think hero as well. Whatever, pick one of them. This is also the chosen type. This has Ward 2 for no reason, thanks Wizards. If a triggered ability of another creature controlled with the chosen type triggers, it triggers visual time. Basically, double up that trigger for your commander, so being able to pod chain and pod chain again on the exact same turn. Yeah, a very easy way to set yourself up to win. Forsaken Monument, a very good card, one that comes with a couple of things out there, including Basalt Monolith as well. Just a good spell or good card to have in an artifact-centric deck. Tapping a permanent for colorless, add additional colorless. Whenever you cast colorless spell, you gain 2 life. Cool, and colorless creatures +2/+2. Doesn't really matter all that much. Michael Sith Lattice, yet another card that can really help you out, especially with a commander like this. All permanents are artifacts to other types. All cards that aren't on the battlefield, spells and permanents are colorless. Players may spend mana as lower mana of any color. Helps out in a lot of ways. Can also like lock players out of the game with certain combos out there, like with Karn. Yeah, it's a very, very good card. And again, it turns every single one of your things into artifacts, so make sure you're keeping that in mind. So anything that you wouldn't be able to sacrifice with your commander that isn't a creature, now you can, so do keep that in mind as well. Mycosynth Golem, one that, again, is an artifact creature, so you can't just sacrifice this to your commander. Oh, no, that's okay. But being able to have a 4/5 golem that does cost 11 affinity for artifacts, artifact creature spells you play have affinity for artifacts, being able to just get some giant things out cheaply, that might be something to consider as well, because you're going to have a lot of artifacts in play. So sure, if you really want to go Blightsteel Colossus, you can go Blightsteel Colossus. I don't believe there are any artifacts that cost 11. Correct me in the comments below if I'm wrong on this. That cost 11 that are not artifact creatures, but I could be wrong on that to get this out and cheat it out. So again, it's not like the perfect deck for that, but there are some players out there that are just like, you know what? Artifacts, Blightsteel, cool. Yeah, the direction, again, that I see this commander going, though, is mostly combo, so look out for, again, like Icecrown Scepter and cards like that. And with that, this episode is coming to a close. Make sure you comment below with your thoughts on it. And of course, as always, thanks again and have a good one. This show and episodes like this one are possible thanks to viewers like you. If you're looking for an easy way to help support this show, make sure that you like, share, and subscribe. Also, hit that bell notification icon so you don't miss any new episodes. You can also go check out our playmats and other merchandise at thecommandersquarters.com. We also have a ton of brand new t-shirt designs in stock, so make sure you check out those as well. Another easy way to support this show is with our TCG player affiliate links. So whether you're buying a deck or individual cards, you can use this general link right here or one in the description. And the final way that you can support this show is by supporting us directly by becoming a patron. There are many benefits to being a patron, and I truly couldn't do this without all of their support.